What's up? This is Elton Morton, aka Big Money Mo. I'm going to be switching gears from my steering wheel to and putting it between the passenger and the driver's seat. So I'm going to be going through several steps, series, and I'm going to show you what you're going to need and how to get this job done. So I'll catch you later, and I'll show you everything that you need to know. So this is where my gear shift's at. So what I'm going to do is try to put it right here where I can shift the gears from right there. So what I'm going to be doing is taking off all of this and then replacing it with the gears for the car that actually has the gears in between the driver and the passenger seat. All right, this is the parts that we are going to need, and you see it's that big, and you need this part too. And just for fun, I'm just gonna pop in my bottom grill, because they do call me Big Money Mo. So I got two of them, just to let you know, but I'm just gonna put in the bottom one. All right, let's get to it. So now I'm about to remove the panel from it and show you what it's gonna look like. I check in with you later. All right, I'm halfway done taking off the panel for this car right now. So I should be done in like a couple of more minutes. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we're gonna have to remount this plate, this new plate, right on there. So I got everything taken off right now. So right now what I'm about to do is clean this because it's kind of dirty a little bit around the edges. So I'm just gonna clean it with the natural shine protection to make it look a little bit better. Okay, since my car is different, the other car had 2-4 showing, so I'm gonna have to cut some of this fabric off that I can see the other two, so I can mount the gear shifter. Okay, so I cut it open so you can see the rest of the holes. So now I'm gonna be taking these clips and inserting them into the outermost holes so I can mount the gear shifter. Okay, so we got the gear shifter mounted and we got the bracket mounted. So the next step is probably going to be the hardest one, because I have to reconnect this, which is the safety mechanism for when switching gears, and then I have to attach the actual gear lever. If you can, where is it? There we go. I have to attach the thing. I had to attach that, and so it can switch gears correctly. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we got everything hooked up now, so I can now freely switch gears. So here goes the test run. Reverse, neutral, drive. And there we go. All right, so what I'm about to do now is just clean off the panel, and then after that I'm gonna insert it in and I'll be back with you. All right, everything's put back together, as you can see. And it's okay, so I have completely reassembled the new central panel. I ran into a couple of problems where I had to figure out which type of wires go to which type of, where they go on the car. But in the end, I figured it out. Well, with the wire situation, I actually do have a Viper kit that is on my car. Well, when I turn off the car, my engine will still run while the radio was still running. So I actually was just playing around with it, and I found out like why it does that, and I actually fixed the Viper system, my alarm system. So now you can see that that's my clutch. I got finished with the clutch, so now I can freely move it. Oh. So I'm just gonna do a summary after this to briefly describe everything that I went through. So just stay tuned and I'll let you know. So right now I'm doing a little test drive. Well, if you can see that I'm rolling in my car, so everything came out all right. So I got the clutch where I really wanted to be in the center of the passenger and the driver's seat. So in the same sense where people say like, oh, don't do it, it's kind of crazy. I mean, sometimes you have to prove it wrong, and that was kind of like my motivation right there. So I'm gonna wrap up everything that I've done today with just simple questions: who, what, when, where, and why, and how. Well, the first one is who. Who inspired me to actually do this? Well, to tell you the truth, my dad actually inspired me to do this because he had a van, and his gears, his cable snapped, so he couldn't really switch gears. So what he did was he drilled a hole in the floor so he can use a rod to change the gears on the transmission. Okay, what inspired me to do this? Well, it's kind of like that thing where you just want some type of car, but you don't have it, but you know you can make it happen. Well, that really inspired me to do it, and I had to just prove people wrong that you can actually do something like that. When did it happen? Well, it happened like May the 15th. So it took me roughly about two or 1.5 days to complete, and I actually finished it. And where did I do it? It's in the great state of California, baby. But it's kind of like in the areas of Oceanside, San Diego, and somewhere I've been just traveling to junkyards just trying to find just parts for this car. And how much did it cost? Well, it cost me roughly